Hi, Bobax.
Hi, Anaita. How's it going?
How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Just working.
Yeah, you've worked a lot. Also, you helped me a lot as well for Makaan,
Yeah,
mastering all the tracks, being amazing.
yeah, it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
Can you introduce yourself a little bit to us?
Okay, yeah, so I'm Bobak, and I've been doing music since 2009 professionally. So I started with psychedelic chill out. And I've been involved with two different labels. And so when I came from Iran to UK, I started with the music. I actually wanted to follow that scene, which was a psytrance scene. And yeah, so I did that, and then another psytrance label. But then later on, when I started to come to techno parties in London and meet yourself and all the other cool people, then yeah, it was a game changer for me. So I really wanted to like get into that kind of scene as well by music, but also I really liked the community and the freedom actually in the scene as well, which it was kind of lacking, to be honest, in the psychedelic scene. It wasn't this kind, like it was. There was a freedom. It was all like hippies and all of that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it wasn't open, like open
Yeah,
mind.
but it wasn't open very like sexually, and also like I actually like experienced freedom more in the techno scene than any other scene. So I really wanted to get involved, and the Makaan was actually one of the first parties that I came to London to like actually really enjoyed myself, and it really kind of inspired me to come to this path. And I've been making few tracks now, but I have a lot that is coming as well. So
Do you remember
yeah.
we went to do you remember we went to first Unfold?
Oh
Uh,
yeah. My
yeah,
God.
and
It
then
blew my mind.
I
It
remember.
still does. Like Unfold, every time I go to Unfold, I'm like, this is the best one. And then the next one comes, like, fuck, oh my God, this is the best one. And every time it just happens.
So back to you. If when you were in Iran, you used to do psytrance.
Yes, I was
Oh,
doing down tempo. I was into down tempo music a lot, like psychedelic chill out, a bit of like, psychedelic dub and that kind of vibe. But later on, the tempo went up, so I followed like a psytrance. So I make dark psytrance right now. So it goes from like slow BPM to very fast. And I have few projects there, like three projects in psytrance. One is solo and two with other people. And yeah, so like the techno is the recent thing that I'm doing.
also, you played at really good festivals last summer, no?
Yeah, I've been going to few festivals with my solo psytrance project, but I've been going with the other projects with I have with other people as well.
Hopefully next year we all go as a techno crew and we get a
Yeah, that would be amazing.
for Macan, and then it would be amazing.
Yeah, let's do it.
But special thanks to you, Bobak, for mastering the tracks and like giving so much time and like helping me because you're a really really good artist, and I think professionalism is the key for anything. And I think all the artists in this album are like super 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 amazing, and I have so much respect for all of them. um
Yeah, that's why the mastering was so hard because everybody was super like perfectionist.
Yeah, exactly. Perfectionist, and also we never had this chance to all of us gather in one label and like from Turkey to Iran to like different countries, and then we just gathered all of them. This VAs, like all of them are Iranians, but then from next VA is gonna be more work to do, Babak. because we're
Yeah, no, because I've been doing like labels. I've been part of two labels, so I know like how it starts. Like the beginning of it is so much fun because it's all excitement, and it's just, you know, like you get to see a baby that kind of like grow, and you get to see that. It's really interesting. So, and this Makaan, I think, is in uh, that period right now, and it's such a good thing to be part of as well.
For me, it's like the cause motivates me. The cause is really important because all of us individually in Iran suffered from this cause, from like not having a safe space, not like being always worried about the neighbors, the sound, and like no one was
And
supporting.
the police as well.
Yeah, of course, like the police,
Always.
yeah, completely illegal. Even electronic music without vocals is illegal. So it's like a really, really problematic situation, even getting worse. But whatsoever, I think we all did it. Like we managed to go through, fight, and like um I don't know, do
Yeah, and also it's important to remember there's many people that didn't. They still like struggling. So I
course.
think what you make is like a really nice platform for those people to, you know, express themselves and then be seen first of all, and then maybe at some point they would have a chance. But at least, you know, if you're like if you're in a place that you can't be seen and you're just trying so hard, and then you have an opportunity to go to the international scene and your music be heard is such a good, you know, motivation for your music and everything.
Only way that they can communicate is music. So like
Yeah,
for most of the people who are marginalized, unseen, and like for example, let's say a transgender Syrian refugee in Istanbul, of course they don't give a slot um to them, and like this is why this is why I started Makaan, because there's lack of big something like people are not being seen, you know.
exactly.
And for label and even for the parties, like I'm going to find like really affected, traumatized refugees who have been like really under pressure. It's just all.
Yeah, but also is not just for the people who perform, also for the people who attend the parties, you
Of
know,
course, yeah.
because you start to like practicing to be okay next to each other, you know, whatever sexuality belief, whatever you have.
It's a
Then
button there. It's
it's
complete.
something that we all need to practice, you know, but
Yeah,
and then it becomes normalized, you know.
yeah.
But if you don't have those spaces in the society, then these some people just get marginalized and like, you know.
Yeah, I have to find them and ask them to send us EPs to promote them, to bring back the motivation into the room. And like, it's not all about war. It's not all about like crisis that is happening in the world. There are some people like just sitting in the room, basically making music and like but with no motivation due to sanctions and all we need. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste your time more. I know you have a lot to do and you have a lot of work to do, but thank you very much, Babak. And also, we will see you soon. We have a lot to come, and I'm happy that we did
Yeah,
this.
quickly about the songs so we have one song on the EP on the VA together, which was we got inspired by the Iranian Revolution, the woman life freedom, and there is a vocal in there that is calling for everybody who understand that there is the revolution is happening, that you need to act upon. So that's like that call is like keep calling the people, is a siren call that people were playing it outside the window with the speaker for other people to like join the revolution.
Yeah.
So that was our track, and then my track is just like one of the track I made. So there's not much behind it. I was just enjoying making it.
I love it.
Anyway, yeah. Okay.
Now I'm gonna play our track together, and also I'm gonna play your track as well. I think it should be. I'm so excited to hear it from this sound system. And then yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. See you soon.
See you.
Hi, Aaron.
Hey, Anaita.
Finally, with this internet, oh my God, it's crazy.
Oh my God, it's exhausting.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. So I'm gonna make this short because we don't want our audience to get bored with constantly talking. We want them to hear your music. But before that, because Aram is one of our residents for Makaan, Aram, can you please introduce yourself a little bit for us?
My name is Aram. I'm a music producer and DJ from Iran. I lived most of my life in the capital of Iran, Tehran, and despite of the fact that there was not very much opportunities to express ourselves in our city or in our country because of the situation and stuff. Probably it was not always easy to work in this type of field that we are in, but I think music always motivated me to continue through this road, and I never stopped it. So yeah.
And we grew up together, so I have always seen you, regardless of whatever, you've been always producing and making music and making sounds, and that's amazing. I have one question. You named your track Makaan. Why?
Well, Makaan, I don't know. I think I personally can relate to the whole concept of Makaan pretty much, quite much, because, for example, as due to borderlines, I was not always be able to get a visa or be able to travel to big cities and like experience the lifestyle there and like meet new people and even, for example, experience their underground electronic techno music scene and that type of stuff, and to even be able to express myself through my music, through my art, and maybe progress and stuff. So yeah, that was always something that I battled with and challenged me through my life until this point. So I think when the idea of Makaan came up, I could pretty much imagine myself in that community, in that atmosphere where you can easily be yourself and you can easily express yourself through your sound, through your art, through your music, and at the same time, while people come together and unite together at that specific moment and like experience a special moment together and probably radiate more and more positive and better energies and hoping for better changes to come to this world. So yeah, I think with all of the criteria of Makaan, I think I relate to it pretty much because of the same experiences that I had in my lifetime. And that's when I decided to paint the whole picture of Makaan with all of its concepts and all of the characteristics of Makaan, and using my own sound and probably combining it with how my life journey led to Makaan. That's why
That's amazing. I got
I
emotional.
imagine myself and I try to get into the picture and try to paint it.
Yes, of course, you are in the picture. You are one of our residents, and you are you have been
Yeah,
suffering
that's an
from
honor.
this kind of like visa situation. I have always seen you that like you are suffering, and I really, really hope like we can be a bridge and do something about it. And one day all of us, we gather around in one country, and we can have our own community here and be safe, you know, because we never had that, unfortunately.
Hopefully, yeah.
But thank you very much for trusting us and like trusting me, giving a track to Makaan and like name it Makaan, like
The pleasure is mine.
and saying how basically you can relate with the cause. That's amazing. That's I think really good. Thank you. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you and how you come up with all the idea and organize this.
No,
And
don't
this
say
is a pleasure.
this Iranian Taro fan.
It's a big pleasure.
No. So, thank you very much. We're gonna listen to your track now, and then we hope that one day you can play here.
Hopefully, I hope you enjoy the track.
Thank you. Thank you. See you.
Thank you very much. See you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hi, Battledore. How are you?
Hi, how's it going, Anita?
Good. Are you in Turkey now?
Yeah, I just got back from a short trip in Europe, and I got here like 2 days ago, back in Istanbul. Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
So, I have two questions from you. Can you please introduce yourself? And then also, I'm really, really interested to know what was your thoughts behind your track, because like your track is really, really amazing, and like
Thank you.
it's kind of like industrial, experimental, techno. It's like all of it together. So I just want to know more from yourself, like what was going on.
All right. First of all, thank you for the nice word. And as you just mentioned, my name is Badodor. My real name is Bahadur, but my artist name is Badodor. And one side note, today is actually my birthday, November 16th. So
oh, really? Happy birthday!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I turned 34. Yeah.
Oh.
So it's been a long journey so far. And about my track. So usually my approach for when I'm producing tracks is like I like to interact with the devices that I have. So it's not like this for me that I have this idea in my head and I try to reproduce what I had in my head, the devices and laptop that I have. I just try to go with the flow, just interact with the modulars, with the drum machine, whatever I have, and see where it takes me. I'm not very specific about like, okay, I need to make this specific kind of sound. So most of my tracks are like what comes at that particular moment with the interaction that I had with the device that I had. And for the track Psych, it consists of two main devices actually. The drum parts, all the noisy sounds that you hear are made using Pulsar 23 by Somolab. It's a drum machine. I love this thing. So it's very experimental. I love that thing. So the majority of sounds, the beat, the kick, all the noise are made with this one. And the lead sound that you hear in the breakdown, it's made by a module in VCV Rack, actually. I don't own the real module. I just use it in VCV Rack by Instro Modular. It's called Psych. That's why the name of the track comes from this one. So it's like this really amazing oscillator. I fell in love with it, and I was just reading the manual, tweaking around with it, and I came up with this sound, which I just created, and I was like, oh shit, that's it. I want to have this as the main thing in the track. And it goes, I think that has the nice, beautiful part of the track with the dirty sounds from the Pulsar. So this contrast was something that I really enjoyed, and I put this all together in Ableton. Like, yeah, that's the end of the line. So I always record stuff, and in Ableton, it's just like you're molding your thing. Like,
yeah, true. Yeah. Badr is also one of the few really amazing producers in Iran, and because I don't think not that many people are like you.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate it.
it's a like pleasure, and I really thank you for trusting us to send your track to us, and
Thank you for having me.
part of
Actually,
this
I appreciate
VA.
it.
And like I really hope one day we basically have this in Iran.
That's the same thing. That's my number one like wish is like to have this thing in Iran. Like, and as you know, like in Iran, it's way more difficult to have parties, even though we do it, but it's like super dangerous. Just like with all of our
Underground,
friends.
of course,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Thank you very much, Badr.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this, and thank you for putting all this effort into making all of this happen. It's
It
just
has
amazing work.
because you guys are like amazing, and your tracks should be heard from amazing sound system. So of course,
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
My pleasure. My absolute pleasure. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye bye. سلام شرما،
سلام،
چطوری؟
عالی، خیلی عالی.
خوبی؟ مرسی که ترکتو به ما دادی.
مرسی از شما واسه کاری که کردیم برای ما که نمیتونیم حضور داشته باشیم اونجا.
ولی حالا یه کاری کردم که دیجیتالی حضور داشته باشه. شما یکم خودتو برامون معرفی میکنی؟
خب من شارونا اول از همه این که خیلی خوشحالم که توی اولین وی مکان حضور دارم. این باعث افتخار واسم و اینکه در حال حاضر توی ترکیه آنتالیا زندگی میکنم. 6 ساله که کار موزیک انجام میدم، هم دیجی هم پرودیوسر، و اینکه خیلی دوست داشتم که اونجا حضور داشته باشم، ولی به دلایل سخت ویزا دادن و اینا نمیتونم الان اونجا باشم و همین فعلا.
تو یکی از ویدیوهای مکانمون هم بودی اتفاقا، خیلی هم پرطرفدار بوده ستت.
مرسی، خیلی هم دوستم بودم اونجا ولی خب نشد.
بازم دوباره
دارم.
شانا همه تقریبا برای مکان تکنو دادن ولی تو درام اند بیس دادی. چرا؟
یکی از دلیلاش اینه که اولین باریه که خودم دارم ترک درام اند بیس رو میسازم، به دلیل اینکه قرار بودش که این ترک رو واسه مکان بفرستم و مکانم الان توی لندنه و درام اند بیس هم از لندن میاد، از انگلیس میاد. یعنی در واقع دوست داشتم که اولین ترکی که راجب این ژانر، یعنی توی این ژانر موزیک بوده رو بفرستم برای جایی که از اونجا به وجود اومده. و اینکه حال خوبی، زمانی که حال خوبی نداشتم این ترک رو ساختم، واسه همین دوست داشتم تمام انرژیمو توی این سبک میوزیک بذارم و اینو فرستادم برای مکان، چون که درسته که تکنو نیست ولی میدونم که میتونه اونجا یه جایی داشته باشه که
ولی خودم هم احساس میکنم که تو از قبل همیشه الکترو، درام اند بیس و گاراژ
100% الکترو خیلی ساختم، ولی درام اند بیس اولین بار بود و این به نظر موقعیتش الان بودش که بخوام چش کنم. آره. چون
قشنگ ترکت بود درام اند بیس کاملا مشخصه که شاروناست. آره همیشه. و اینکه واقعا ممنونم که به ترکت رو اطمینان کردی که به ما دادی، چون خب بالاخره ما هم اولین باری که من یعنی دارم این کار انجام میدم، ولی دوست داشتم که واقعا از آرتیستایی باشه که کارشون خیلی قبول دارم و خب تو رو به عنوان یه آرتیست خب خیلی کارتو قبول دارم و اینکه بارها شده با هم توی لاین اپ پلی کردیم و اینکه امیدوارم که یه روز بشه با هم دیگه تو انگلیس روی یه دونه لاین اپ
100% خیلی زود، چون که یکی از چیزایی که در آینده بهش فکر میکنم همینه و این مسیری که توش قرار گرفتم به همین دلیل فکر میکنم.
بکنم مطمئنم شاید تا چند سال آینده مطمئنم بیای اینجا دیگه، امیدوارم.
100% مطمئنم اینو.
شانا ما خواستیم که تو رو ببینیم کلن و اینکه بعدش ترک تو گوش بدیم. مرسی که وقت تو برای گذاشتی، مرسی که برای مکان ترک درست کردی و اینکه امیدوارم میگم به زودی در لندن با همدیگه باشیم و یه جشن بزرگ بگیریم برای اینکه هممون با همدیگه توی یه جا وجود داریم دیگه.
100% این اتفاق میفته و مرسی از شما و تیم مکان و همتون که این همه زحمت کشیدین. امیدوارم که
بدون شماها که اصلا چیزی نیست، بدون شماها که نمیشه.
همه چی با هم،
همه چی با هم، تیم ورکه. مرسی شما.
مرسی از شما. امیدوارم که از این ترک هم لذت ببرید.
حتما. مرسی. قربون. فعلا. خدا. Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
Good. Thank you very much, first of all, for being part of this project and like being part of Makaan and sending me, trusting me to send me one of your tracks. And I'm so happy that I have like your track in our first VA because I really appreciate you both. I stop talking. Let us start with you, Fez.
Yeah. So thank you for having our track in this amazing project. It's a privilege for us to be part of it. I'm Fez. I live in London. I have a passion for music, specifically electronic, analog music. I just love turning electricity into sound without any involvement of digital or sampling or anything. So that's
nice. So pure.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm an novelist. I also live in London. I've lived for a couple of decades. My music is a fundamental part of my life, and it's been a great experience working on this track with Fez, and it's a pleasure to be included in your VA.
Thank you. So what about this track? Like, what happened that you guys decided to make this track? Like, what was behind this?
Maybe I can start. So for me, in general, electronic music basically provides this massive channel for expressing yourself. There are things that in the internal world of me, I would not be able to translate them into words. They don't come out in conversations, and I think whenever I sit down and I start playing with my synthesizers, my toys, patch cables, it doesn't need any effort. It's just effortless. They come out and translate into basically things that are meaningful for me, even if that is just personal and nobody else in the world understands them. That's still very rewarding and beautiful, it makes it an intimate journey for me actually. And I may sound that I have control over the process, but I'm not usually in the driving seat. What I mean is that I don't decide that, okay, let's go sit down and make some music, let's dig for the emotions. And usually it's the other way around.
Yeah, I think this is the correct way, to just go with the flow.
Yeah, so it's usually for me when I'm overwhelmed with a lot of, challenges, feelings, emotions. That's where I'm pushed to sit down and start making some sounds. That's what I mean by not being in the driving seat usually. I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I hope it makes sense.
Fully.
It's been really fascinating for me as well. So I have quite a few years background in acoustic music. I'm an instrumentalist. I play a range of instruments. I arrange sometimes, and that's been amazing for me. But there is a very unique expressive factor in electronic music that basically frees you from form, frees you from the sort of hand-eye muscle coordinations and practiced norms that you're used to, which even subconsciously limit you in expressing yourself to a certain extent. You could see sometimes vocalists are much more expressive because their instrument is in a way much more versatile and it's so much closer to their heart. And electronic music for me does that. So even though most of my background has been non-electronic music since I started making music with Fez and just generally getting more into electronic music, it allows me to express things that otherwise was not possible, and a lot of them I didn't even know are there. So it's certainly refreshing.
Together, when you mix the instrument with electronic music, it's like a whole other story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this I agree. Yeah. Nice. So we're gonna hear your track now, and again, thank you very much for being part of this VA, and I hope to hear your EPs soon, individually, and yeah.
It's been great.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for the chat.
Thank you.
Thank you.